Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my review. Remember that this is a completely unbiased review because I have not read the books, which means I have nothing to compare it to. Hey, what's up guys? It's Sher and I am Shadowhunters trash and I really don't like Clary. Okay, so this episode starts off right where the last episode left off, where the two boys are like, Clary, take my hand. Clary, take my hand. You know, the whole melodramatic love triangle thing that they've got going on. And she has to tell Simon, you know what, I think Jace can help me. I think he can help us. I want you to trust me. Come with me into this abandoned church. And because he loves her, he says yes, and they go into the institute. Jace takes Simon's hand so he can see everything. He can see the real institute, the one that's hidden to mundanes after he burns himself a rune on his hand or arm or whatever. They go in and Clary begins to explain everything that she knows to Simon, you know, her mom being missing, Shadowhunters, runes, and all of that good stuff, and he's obviously very confused. He doesn't really understand what's going on, and I have never related more to someone in my entire life. So, after a quick minute, he meets Alec and Isabel. Isabel introduces herself first because Isabel, my girl, Isabel, my girlfriend, I love her. She was like, that's my crazy, idiotic brother who's like brooding in the background, which he totally was, by the way. And then she goes, I'm Isabel. And it's like her voice is so erotic and like smooth. And I'm like, oh yeah, I trust her. I like her. And obviously Simon is definitely attracted to her as well, because the moment he sees her, he goes, so hot. And he's like, the runes, I mean the runes. And we're like, no, we know what you mean, baby. I feel it too. I get it. Okay, so as they are all talking, they're like, you have to know something about your mom. You have to know something. And she's like, it's just this empty blackness. And then Jace looks at her and, you know, he does that weird, like, intense look that he has, and he goes, your memories have been blocked. Yeah, because that's totally reasonable. And she's like, what do you mean? And he goes ahead and he tells her that there are some people that can give back her memories, and they are called the Silent Brothers. And they are horrifying. Alec obviously does not approve. He's like, this is dumb. We should not go see the Silent Brothers. And then he's like, it could kill her anyway. If she dies, it's on us. And he's like, I know that, but she's lost everything. I know what it feels like to lose everything. And that's what Jace says, because he never met his mother, and his father died when he was 10. And in the first episode, when he killed one of the circle members, he goes, this is for my father. And I'm like, ooh, what does this mean? So yeah, we find out that he never met his mother, his daddy died, so he knows what it's like to lose everything as well. So they go ahead and go see the Silent Brothers. The whole clan goes. So that means that Clary and Jace, they go into the cemetery where the Silent Brothers live, or hang out, I don't really know. And then Simon, Isabel, and Alex stay on the outside. And Isabel has taken a very decent liking to Simon. She thinks he's nerd hot. And I'm like, you know what? I'm cool with that. I respect that. I feel it. I get it. So they go see the Silent Brothers. She finds out that her father is Valentine, aka the most evil person in the world. And while all of that's happening, she's also getting visions of Dot every time she thinks about her and touches her necklace. And this is the most ridiculous, overdone thing. Every time she touches this necklace, she goes, ah! And then she gets a vision. And I'm like, girl. Basically, she can figure out where Dot is. She can see where Dot is every time she thinks about her and touches this necklace. So she's screaming, she's freaking out, she's trying to find Dot, but she ends up finding her too late, and 2 circle members have already captured her and taken her back to Valentine. Now from Dot's point of view, we see that she's in this like giant cage, like a human-sized cage, and Valentine is like, undo the spell that did Jocelyn. and I'll let you go. And she's like, I know good and well you won't let me go. One, because everyone thought that Valentine was dead, that he died in a fire. But obviously that's not true anymore, and the fact that he has Jocelyn, and she really respects Jocelyn, she loves Jocelyn, she's not gonna let her, you know, have him or him have her and all of that good stuff. She's a very reliable person, and I respect that. Right before that happened, she actually went to go see Magnus, and she's like, I need your help, you know, and Magnus is like, he's taking out warlocks one by one. You should actually come with us so you don't get taken. But she's like, I have to take care of Clary. And I think that really says a lot about Dot as a character, and I think that's really sweet. But in the end, Valentine ends up killing her anyway, or at least I think he killed her. But the thing is, in the first episode, she like freaking fell out of a window and smashed onto the ground, and she looked really dead. But she wasn't. So I don't know if that means she's going to be able to come back from this one as well, but I'm getting those kind of vibes, you feel me? So I guess we'll have to wait and see. In this episode, we also meet Hodge, who is very fine. I was like, this gorgeous man. Like, so we meet Hodge, who is an ex-Circle member, and he has this rune on his neck that basically is like right here in this area, and it's red, unlike the other ones, which are kind of like darker. And anytime he talks about his past within the Circle, it burns him. And it's like the most excruciating pain ever. Like, he falls to his knees as he tries to tell Clary and Jace some things about the Circle. And it turns out that her mom was also a Circle member, and so was the cop guy that's Clary's mama's boyfriend slash friend. I still don't really know. So on the other side of New York, we see that Luke is taking out all of the people he interviewed in the first episode because they're like looking for warlocks. And he's like, I'm not gonna let you guys kill warlocks and look for the Mortal Cup and look for Clary. So he ends up taking them out. He's fighting them, he's killing them. Well, technically, Jace killed the first one, but he killed the second one. I don't know what he's necessarily... I know he's trying to probably figure out a way to protect Clary and probably the mama as well, but man, I don't know. He's doing things on his own, which makes him shady. Clary finds out that her father is Valentine after she goes to see the Silent Brothers, and they put the knife to her forehead, and she's like that because it's scary, I guess, and then she's got like blood trickling down her face. And so when she comes out with Jace, she's very upset, she's crying. Alex says something stupid, and she's like, do you think I wanted this to happen? Do you think I wanted my father to be the evilest person in the world? And all of this, and I'm just so over it. I'm like, girl, you need to cowboy up. You need to work on yourself. You need to love yourself and not worry about who your parents is. You need to, you know what, the only parent you need to be worrying about is your mama, who's actually with your father, which is really awkward. And she realizes that Simon is missing. And Isabel shows up out of nowhere, and she's like, I can't find him. I told him to stay in the van. I have no idea where he is. Of course, she's very distraught over that. And then these two vampires come out of frickin' nowhere, and they got Simon up on this giant, like, board looking thing. They got him like this, and they're like, we'll happily kill this mundane, but we won't if you give us the Mortal Cup. And Simon, he's like, save me, save me, save me. And then they disappear, and then Clary begins to scream. If you saw my last review, you saw that she was screaming for her mom in the first episode. Mom! 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 Now this time she's screaming, Simon! 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 And I'm just like, girl, if you don't stop yelling. So yeah, that was this episode of Shadowhunters. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. How did you guys feel about this episode? Honestly, I found it incredibly annoying because Clary would not stop talking. So I will talk to you guys next time. Later. Bye!